Bene.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Financial Flagship. Let's get going and have a look at the charts now before the US Open. We have 4 minutes left till the New York Stock Exchange opens, so let's have a look at the DXY. And like we were saying yesterday, we were expecting a sign from DXY here, so the price could give us a consolidation if it wants to go back up. So like you can see, we hit here a level, the price is reacting here, and I'm expecting the price to continue towards this zone here at least before pushing back up. This is the first area that we'll look at. If not, we can see the price dropping towards this trend line that we have here. So there's no need to panic. I'm still bullish on the DXY. So let's wait and see what happens. Right now we have a strong candle going down, but you know everything can change. You can see you have pretty more examples in the past here with this one that went back down and then started to consolidate and then went back up. Here as well, another one here, and the list goes on. So structurally we are still in an uptrend here on the 4 hours, and I'm expecting this one to give us a reaction either at this level when it reaches this liquidity zone, either lower if it wants to go into something deeper and create a deeper pullback towards this trend line here. So let's wait and see what happens. EURUSD means that this is going up because of the DXY going down. So like we were saying, we expect here a deeper consolidation at some point before pushing back down. So this might be the case. This consolidation might just started as we speak. So keep an eye out on this one, how it will develop. I don't advise you guys to trade it because this could become pretty messy and we can have a lot of ups and downs inside this zone before having a clear pattern. So I don't encourage you guys to trade it at right now. Let's wait and see what happens when we reach this trend line here. If we'll break it, consolidate, and then possibly push back up again. So let's have a bit more patience to see how the price will unfold. I'm also joined by Flavian here, so we'll do an analysis together. He's my partner in crime as usual, and you can ask us any questions that you'd like to, and we'll answer them. And also, if you have any other instruments that you'd like us to cover, let us know in the comment section below, and we'll go over them. So, Flavian, welcome to the session. Happy to have you
Hi,
here.
Alex. Hi, guys.
So,
Glad to be here.
like I was saying, DXY is going down. I'm expecting it to drop a bit more. To make a quick recap here. So, this is the way I see it. What's your point of view on it?
On the DXY or EURUSD?
DXY.
DXY, yeah. If someone, in my opinion, wants to sell it, first we have to have a consolidation in that area because you never jump into candles because as we know from our experience, they may reverse all of the sudden and look very bullish in 1 hour, let's say,
Yeah.
and you will regret it to enter without a consolidation into a sell in this particular example.
Yeah, wise words from you because, like he said, we don't jump into candles because this could easily reverse. And we also, like I was saying, we are here in a big liquidity area that might come back here to collect all of this and then push back up. Either that or either we can go a bit deeper and then push back up. If the structure will change in the future, let's say, I would like to see a strong breakout of this trend line, and then if we get a consolidation, then okay, this might change our minds, and this could become bearish instead of bullish. So there's a long road ahead until that happens, so we have to be a bit patient here and see what's gonna happen. So for now, keep an eye on these two areas that I highlighted, and then I think you'll be fine. So for pound USD, let's move on a bit. For pound USD, I'm still expecting it to drop. We have this equal low area here that I highlighted, and as you can see, the price is near that level again. So this is a very messy structure here, pretty hard to get a trade on. So I'm expecting this one here after this sharp drop. I'm expecting this to form a consolidation and then push back down and take out these lows. So I'm still bearish on pound USD. Dollar yen, similar. The dollar is losing a bit of momentum, but as you can see, the price action here gives us a hint that this is a consolidation. This will fall a bit more maybe and then push back up. hit this high that I highlighted, the daily high, and you see here this level got filled. We had a fair value gap level plus an order block here, and it got filled, so this might act as a resistance short term, push the price down, and then create a new higher high and a new yearly top. So keep an eye out on this possibility. For Australian dollar versus the US dollar, this one here is gaining bullish momentum. We just hit this core zone again, so we have to wait for a reaction, but I'm guessing that because we have some liquidity to collect above, this could also be a possibility, the price to continue to push back up until we hit this level and then drop. So DXY is weak at the moment. That means that all the majors will do the opposite. So let's wait and see if we get a reaction at this level. If not, if the price decides to drop from here, we don't have any setup, so there's no need to search for trades if we don't have everything aligned here. New Zealand USD, developing this complex structure here. We had this pullback which broke out, created a new lower low, swept all the liquidity from this level. It didn't reach our target here. We have a liquidity level below. So right now this one here is making a pullback as it looks. So I'm expecting here more continuation, possibly take out this top, and then we will see if we will drop again, or if the pattern will develop into something deeper and starts moving back up. But for now, let's wait and see and see how this pattern will unfold. And if we get here a consolidation and a bearish reaction, then this is the trade towards the downside. If not, we'll analyze the price action again, see if we get a setup for the upside. For dollar CAD, this one keeps dropping from yesterday, but like I was saying, you already know the difference between an impulse, which is a sharp move up, and a correction, which takes a longer time to develop, and it's moving basically sideways. We broke this equal high level. We got all the liquidity here swept, so this was a liquidity sweep, and right now I'm expecting the price here to consolidate and push back up again at some point. The price might drop, fill this fair value gap level, and then push back up again. Also, we have an important liquidity level below. So expect one of these two scenarios to unfold. We also have a trend line here, this one, so we might get a reaction at it when we get in that area, which confluence nicely with this liquidity level that I was talking about. So pay close attention to that area. Dollar Swiss franc, similar pattern to USDCAD. It's dropping, coming back to collect all this liquidity from these levels here, and possibly going a bit lower towards this zone. Also, this has a confluence with the trend line here, and this might push the price back up at that point. Until then, we don't know for sure what's going to happen. All that we know is that everything here looks pretty sharp, which is encouraging if you trade towards the upside. And this here might be a sharp pullback that will push the price up again eventually. For pound yen is developing this consolidation, took out this previous top like we expected it to do from these levels here. And right now we have to wait for this consolidation to finish, and then the price will push back up, take this top, and create a new higher high. Gold is starting to give us a bullish reaction from this liquidity zone. We had an order block here that got reached, so we have to be careful now, because this could be a bear trap. The price could be going higher like this and then drop again. We have plenty of examples like this in here. This was a nice bear trap, and then the price started to drop, then push back up again, price started to drop. So we have to pay close attention, and like I was saying, until we break this yellow line here, we won't engage in any buy setups. It might seem far to you, but it's the best way to approach things in this kind of situations, because this is a critical area. We had loads of liquidity here, and if the price shoots up from this level and breaks out, then this is a good indication that the trend will change and it will resume the uptrend on the daily and the weekly. For silver, similar to gold, be careful, because like I was saying, this could be a bull trap. As long as we are underneath this line here, we don't have to look at any buys. We just have to watch the price action unfold. So this could continue to consolidate, then continue to go back up. And then if we break out from here and we get a nice and a decent correction, then we'll most likely head over and break this level again. I'm pretty bullish on silver. I'm expecting in the long term the $30 level to be reached, because if you go to the weekly, you can see here the price action. We had this impulse up, and then we had this consolidation, and now this here is an impulse followed by a correction. So this one here might start to go back up slowly, slow and steady, messy, until it will spike up and break this top. So this is my view on weekly on silver. So that's why I'm emphasizing on the fact that we should look for buy setups on the lower time frames. And that means that at some point the price will have to finish all this downtrend on the lower time frames, because it's short-lived, and at some point maybe give us in the near future a setup for the upside. But as long as we are underneath this line, like I was saying, don't trade it towards the upside. Wait for it to break out, then pull back afterwards, wait for a bullish reaction. Oil, similar, don't trade it towards the upside as long as we don't break these two levels. First target is this one. I'm waiting for this one to be taken out. And the second one is the rectangle here that I have, which is an order block, the last order block, an important order block that we had before dropping again towards the 67 level. So wait for this one to break out, give you a pullback, and then you can go and ride this wave towards 90 or $100 per barrel, and you won't regret it, because you'll get a nice risk to reward if you wait for this. You might think that if you buy it from here, you'll get a better one, but the price will not let you have a nice and happy life with it if you trade it from there, because this could end up being a bit messy and then push back up. So no need for that. Wait for your confirmations, and then let's trade it together. Natural gas keeps dropping. We don't have any setup for this one at the moment. Still in a strong downtrend, keeps making flags. We'll continue to make flags. Possibly the momentum is dying out, and at some point it will start a deeper pullback, and then we'll see if we can trade inside this correction or not. So this is my view on natural gas. Flavian, do you have any other opinions with the instruments that I went through? For gold, for example, for gold, do you see it
No.
different?
No, I only wanted to say about natural gas, because you were on natural gas,
Yeah, sure.
that nobody could imagine 1 year ago or 1.5 years ago to see the price right here where it is right now,
Yeah, with all the sanctions
when
that
it was at the highs, when it was $9 or nearly $10 to go to 1.6.
yeah, and they thought this will skyrocket, and with all the sanctions they gave to Russia when the war started, and
Yeah,
it's funny that it only grew on up on your personal build, That's funny. And on the chart, the price is bottoming, It's at an all-time low almost. We have a few more. 1.53 is the all-time low, and we are at 1.65. So it's pretty funny, how things work.
yeah, I think it will hit it, in my opinion,
Yeah, it will go lower than that.
the all-time low.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm expecting here, speaking of this, we're looking at the 2 weeks chart. Let's go on the weekly, because it will be more clear. So I'm expecting at some point this one to pull back on the weekly as well, and then drop again. This one could, like you said, we won't be surprised if this would be taken out before that, and then start this pullback and then drop again. But for now, I don't see any setups towards the downside, which is sad, because only one that we had was this one, but wasn't something clear. We had all these gaps here that the price could have come and collected the liquidity and filled them. So it was pretty hard to trade. You had to be a bit lucky to go into this trade, and all these
yeah.
flags here,
And in my opinion, if we get the all-time low, we have to be careful with the sales, because it may have a very strong reaction to the upside, either
A-
as a correction or as another beginning of another structure.
absolutely, absolutely. You can see a week,
Because if
and
we go to the all-time low and it's 1.4, let's say, how lower can it go? Because the demand for gas is not disappearing from the world.
exactly, and also investors will. I'm sure that the big investors and big banks are keeping an eye on the future contracts on this one. So
Yeah,
it's something
and they will
similar to
buy a
oil.
lot
What happened
for
with
this
oil
reason.
before in the pandemic, when it went to zero. I'm not saying that this will go to zero,
Exactly.
but it's a good opportunity for everyone to invest. So I'm not going to be surprised if the trading would be halted or whatever, you know, and you'll see loads of volume in and out on the market. So you can see something like a spike down, wick, and then start to go back up from here, you know. So it
Exactly.
will be
Yeah.
interesting to spike up, and then guess what? You're not in the trade because you're not able to enter. So that's why the sales are pretty dangerous right now. Even if you get here these flags, anytime can happen that the price will drop, spike up, and then you'll be taken out and left looking at the trade, you know. So I'm expecting, as well as Flavian, the big low to be, the all-time low to be taken out, the price to bottom, but I don't think it will be in a nice way. I think this will be something fast, and then a quick reversal will be on the way.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, so what can you do? Now let's have a look at the stock market and start off with the S&P because it looks like the price is recovering from 2 days ago when it started to drop. Let's have a look at the 4-hour time frame, and S&P, you see it opened in the green zone right now. We had this drop here, which I was saying yesterday that this could also spike back up, and either from this level or a bit lower from this trend line. And I was expecting that, but also on the bigger time frame, I was considering that the correction is close, which means that on the daily we have this strong impulse that basically needs to correct at some point, but the price could continue to make new higher highs and then start losing momentum and then drop into a deeper pullback before going back up. But as things stand, on the 4-hour time frame, it seems like the stock market is recovering, like you saw in the thumbnail. So things are looking good right now. I'm expecting this one to be taken out, the previous top, create a new all-time high, a new higher high, sorry. And moving back down to the 1-hour time frame, the momentum is pretty strong here. You can see the candles have a lot of volume and they're pretty full. The body is pretty full, so this is a good indication that we might see a new higher high inside this area. So there's no setup. A good one was Nasdaq yesterday. If you go to the 4-hour time frame, and this is if you remember, I was saying yesterday we didn't had a breakout of this trend line. We only had the body closed above. So this one here, there is a bit. This one is a bit complicated because it's stuck into two important zones. First, we have these two equal lows here that I'm gonna highlight in a second for you guys, and this one here is an area that the price will definitely come to gather the liquidity from this zone. But the question is, will it start now? Because also the price here can start and push back up from this current level. And the third aspect that confuses me a bit is this order block that we have here, and from which the price started to drop. So Nasdaq here could be the driver for the drop on the stock market. I'm going a bit lower on the 15 minutes, and you guys can see this order block here doing its job and holding the price. We got a small liquidity sweep here with a price close below. The wick just came, collected the liquidity, and now the price started to drop. So this will be interesting because right now we have this trend line here. We are just at the bottom, and if we somehow manage to go a bit lower and consolidate, I think this will have the potential to go back down and collect those the liquidity from those equal lows that I highlighted. So this is not a moment to panic, even if this drops from here, because like I was saying, S&P, Nasdaq, all of them needs to correct because they have a long way coming from downside, and they didn't, they barely correct. They made two pullbacks. So considering the fact that trend is pretty big here, look at it, we can expect something like a consolidation similar to this one to occur at this point. So keep an eye out on this possibility. We don't have any confirmation yet, so this one could easily go back up and break the top, create a new higher high, and things could go in the green side again. The thing is that Nasdaq opened higher than it did than it closed yesterday, so we have to wait and see. This is the first candle, the second candle, in fact, on the 15 minutes after the opening. At the opening bell, we had this drop, sharp candle down. So the market is undecided at the moment, so it could keep it could keep messing about here, moving up and down. So like I was saying, if this wants to drop, it will go a bit deeper and then it will give you a pullback to enter a trade if you want to trade towards the downside. So we have to watch this possibility. Very important to watch the candle close. We have 9 more minutes in the 1 hour time frame to see how this will close, and then we'll possibly make up our mind on what's going to happen next. So yeah, this is the story about Nasdaq, and usually the indexes go head to head together. So if this one drops, S&P should drop as well, but for now, as you know, having different stocks and different companies in them, there is a bit of a lag between them, so that's why the structure is a bit different. But overall, they go together in the same direction. So this one here might end up being just a consolidation, and then it will push back up like the S&P is starting to go right now. So now let's move on to the daily. And like I was saying, daily and weekly as well, you can see this trend here is pretty strong. We had this drop in from 2022 till 2023, and then the price started to recover, made a new all-time high. And as things stand at the moment, you see, let's analyze the last piece on the weekly here. We had the sharp impulse up, and this was the only correction that we had in this bullish trend. And I'm expecting something similar at some point here to develop before pushing back up. So I'm not saying that it will start from here. This could move sideways for a while, push back up, and then we can get that bigger pullback that we expect. Let me know your thoughts on it, if you guys agree with this one. So, or if you have any other instrument that you'd like us to cover, feel free to jump in the comment section below. So, okay, let's move on to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still printing towards the upside. It's at almost 53K level. We were expecting yesterday that the price should reach the 55.5K area. There was on the weekly a nice zone here. So we have to keep an eye out on this possibility. This is a big fair value gap area on the weekly and the daily. So the price could hit that that level that I was talking about, which coincides with the 55K that we are saying. So Bitcoin on the 4 hours, I'm expecting it to continue to grow, to climb up in a messy manner. If it gives us a pullback, don't panic, because the price will start to move back up again. And the next decisive level is at the 55K zone. So that's our thoughts about it. For Ether, similar, like I was saying yesterday, the price continues to go back up, and it will continue to do so. On the daily, the price, I'm expecting it to give us a reaction around the between the 3K and 3.2K level. We also have an order block here, so the price will continue to slowly move back up, pull back, and then continue its way up. So as you can see, the price is pretty strong right now. And the only thing, if you guys want to enter, wait for a pullback. Don't trade the small flags, because like I was saying, for natural gas, this could be dangerous. The price could come back down, take you out, and then resume the uptrend. So wait for something deeper here, either a pullback, either a consolidation, a correction, and then you can go with your trades towards the upside. So I think we covered all of the pairs. Let us know in the comment section below if you have any more questions for me and Flavian. We're gonna answer them to you guys. And I'm gonna ask Flavian before we dive into your questions, if what's his opinion about the cryptos, Ether and Bitcoin in general.
That is the thing that I wanted to say, even if you didn't ask me. I'm just amazed at how the demand for Bitcoin once the ETFs opened, from BlackRock and Vanguard and all the other big investment banks that opened a month ago, the ETF for Bitcoin. And if the clients buy the ETF, they have to purchase it because they are obligated by law. So if more traditional finance money is entering into the ETFs, all those investment banks have to buy it because they have to have a representation in the ETF.
Yeah, exactly.
So I
So
think there will be a lot of demand for Bitcoin as it shows in the chart, and I think it will keep be a lot of it will be the demand is gonna keep being high.
yeah, definitely, definitely. And this one, I think it will break. It will head towards the 100K level in the medium term. I mean, we have the all-time high at 69. I'm thinking that
Yeah,
after this one will be broken. I mean, we have a long way to go to be true, to be fair. So this one won't go in a straight line. Don't get me wrong, because as you can see, the price corrects every time. It makes pullbacks, corrections again, and afterwards, after we reach this level, we have to wait and see the price action because we can get something deeper before pushing back up. But the end goal is this one to hit 100K, and I'm expecting that to happen. So. I don't think it has. It's something that that could be damaging it and not reaching that level. It's pretty hard for me to see something that like that will happen if the big investment funds like BlackRock are starting to buy it. I'm pretty sure that things will naturally go to that point, to hit that 100K level
yeah,
or continue to grow because all the big money is there and the big money influences
exactly.
the whole market at the end of the day.
Yeah,
But the question is,
but
yeah,
also keep in mind, Alex, that if a lot of many tens of billions enter in the crypto market, they will also suppress volatility because the ETFs are passive investing. So if these ETFs are buying Bitcoin, there won't be any Bitcoin in the market for let's say retail to liquidate once a panic starts.
yeah, exactly.
So I mean the price maybe in the next cycles, I don't know. I'm just saying the price won't swing so much to the lows with so much volatility.
Yeah, it will stabilize a bit more. It will become more like a
Yeah, because
currency.
the ETFs, BlackRock won't sell its Bitcoin once they see a big swing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Good point. I wasn't thinking about that, and that's a good point that you highlighted here. And like we saw along the way, everyone was laughing every time this one dropped, and because it would dropped fast and many people got burned out. It might be the end of those big spikes down, like for example, the last drop that we had in this correction here, where the price almost pulled back
Yeah,
80%
yeah.
of the whole thing, and
Mhm.
I think it will become
They
more
make
like
they
a
make
currency.
correct and they make correct and correct a lot in price, but not with big swings like in the
Exactly,
past.
exactly. It will be more like a stock or an index. It will have the same volatility like a stock or an index has. So
Yeah, once the ETFs keep accumulating more Bitcoin, the more Bitcoin they have, the more they stabilize the price and don't the volatility will be lower.
yeah, but don't forget that also Bitcoin is limited. We don't have uh, they're not able to print it, and create more Bitcoin because
Exactly. That's why.
the
That's
token supply
why.
is limited, and that's why the high price
Exactly.
that it will
That's why
have.
it will go. Yeah. That's why it will go a lot higher.
Exactly, exactly. And yeah,
There are only what 24 million Bitcoin
I'm not
can be in
aware of that.
existence.
You might be
The
better informed
max
than me.
I think is 24 million.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. It could be that. But like I was saying,
No, 21. Sorry,
21.
I search it right now. 21 million Bitcoin. Uh, Higher than that, there can be algorithmically.
Yeah, because that's stated in their contract, and
Yeah, exactly.
you're
In the
not able
first.
to. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. And the question now, I wanted to raise a question for you: Bitcoin versus Ether. Which one would be better long term, in your opinion?
I think uh, better in better.
I want to approach two fields here, which is from a trading perspective and from an investing perspective. Investing perspective, like you said, for Bitcoin with the ETF, you know, this is an investment part of it. And trading wise, like swing traders, intraday traders, retail traders, Ether I think would be more volatile in if you compare them both, you know, they're way up. Because in the past
Yeah,
weeks when I was analyzing the two of them, I was saying to our viewers every time when I went to the crypto analysis that if they want to invest or at least trade, the Ether is the best one in terms of trading, risk to reward, market cap, lower market cap, and if it has a bigger potential to move to have a bigger price change than Bitcoin, which also a bigger price change grants a bigger reward for people that
yeah,
buy it at the moment. But investing is different compared to trading. It's there are two different things, and they
yeah.
operate differently.
Basically, yeah, you have to think it also from this perspective. I mean, if you think about it, Bitcoin is like digital gold. You know, it's like a store of value. That's why BlackRock opened the ETF for it. You know, it's like buying gold in the crypto market.
Hmm.
Ether and the other, let's say, they may have some utility if the Web3 stuff catch on. You know, I mean, you may use your ETH on the internet to buy stuff, or I don't know, buy NFTs and buy other stuff. And Bitcoin will be more like a store of value.
Yeah, exactly. A good remark here. The goal of the blockchain, Bitcoin.
And yeah, maybe ETH, and maybe I'm seeing and hearing stuff, although I'm not an expert, about Solana, that they are building a lot of stuff around their ecosystem.
Yes, they are. And if you look at Solana, it printed a lot. Solana USDT.
Yeah, that's why it printed, because there was a lot of hype that they it will have a lot of application and will be the layer for the new wave of innovation on the internet, on the
Yeah,
Web3
exactly. And
and all those
they
stuff.
have all these projects released lately on the DeFi side, and they had a pretty successful um, uh, variety of projects there with NFTs, and also they have released a phone, a mobile phone. I don't know if you're aware of that, which you could buy it with Solana tokens, and it's an Android version.
No, I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, and
Really?
they airdropped the phone. Yeah, exactly. I know a guy that got the airdrop with the phone, and he now uses it, and it's a pretty cool mobile. It's using Android, and he told me because he's doing his deeds on the DeFi, and he's working on trading on the DeFi on different projects. And he said to me that
Mm-hmm.
the NFT is starting to regain value on the Solana blockchain. Also, the projects are doing better than the other blockchains like Ethereum Scan and BSC. So he said that it might be the start of the new BSC, the BSC Scan. Like you know, back in 2021, the BSC was the king of the DeFi, and this one here,
Yeah.
compared to that, he said that he has a feeling that it will exceed that, and it's also a safer environment than BSC was, like the Binance Smart Chain was before. So
Yeah.
I
I
haven't
understand. Yeah.
had the time to look at it because I'm not I didn't have the time to have a look at the Solana blockchain and all the projects that are going on and what's happening. But I was pretty amazed when I saw the phone, you know, and I was like, oh, shiny, nice, you know. So yeah,
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. I didn't know about the phone. No. I
yeah,
don't pay so much close attention, but I heard about their ecosystem that it is evolving very fast.
yeah. Yeah, and this one here, the chart looks very good. You know, this has great potential as well, Solana. And like you said, and like I heard, there's a lot of nice things that I've heard about them. So you guys might have a look on
Yeah.
if anyone is interested in this space, on this decentralized space, or even if you want to invest in Solana, I think it will be a good one to look at. So yeah, okay, I think we covered all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the session. Flavian, thank you for your presence. It was a pleasure. You'll see, I'll meet with you guys on Saturday. We'll see each other on Saturday at the weekly Forex analysis video. And if you haven't, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button. And if you like our content and you have any other requests for any other pairs that you'd like us to analyze, feel free to let us know in the comment section below. And in the previous streams, we'll definitely have a look at them or even do an individual analysis for you guys. So Flavian, thanks a lot for having you here. I really appreciate your presence.
Sure. Thank you, Alex.
And guys, don't forget to trade with care. And see you on the next one.